it doesn't, that doesn't, we're not judged upon that scale, because for one thing, we were duped. For one thing, we were tricked and bamboozled, and we didn't know no better. They took our memories. They projected a reality that was totally false at us, manipulated us emotionally, mentally, and physically at every turn in our lives. So then they went to the councils and tried to convict us, or tried to accuse us of crimes against the cosmos. Tried to trick the council, basically lied, falsely accused us, and tried to trick the council, the Galactic Federation, and tried to tell them that we were the problem here. Yeah. So think about that for a second. Yeah, they tried to say we were the problem. That's crazy, right? Yeah. And the whole time they were enslaving us, and they're tricksters. That's what they do. They're tricksters, and that's how they operate. This whole, all these, stuff that's going on with the Epstein file, all that kind of stuff it's just a big trick. These are trickster spirits and trickster entities that come from other realms, and so what you're seeing is not what you're seeing. What you understand is not really what you understand, if that makes any sense, right? It's always a double meaning. There's always something else behind it. It's never what you think it is. For real. So you got to understand, these are trickster beings that you're dealing with. So with all that being said, that's the kind of thing that we have broken out of. That's the kind of thing that we have defeated. And so that's why I say you ought to be ecstatic. You ought to be jumping through the roof, but it also, let's talk about this for a second. It takes time. Right? It takes time, just like it takes time for things for the 3D realm to catch up, for things to appear in the 3D realm after it's happened in the spiritual realm, the astral realm, the ethereal realm. Also, your consciousness has to catch up. Your emotions, your physical 3D, your physical emotions has to catch up with, also has to regulate itself, because you've been fight and flight for so long.